Hi, all. Here's what's happened in Burlington real estate in December 2025. So, I was quite eager to see how the year closed out and to be able to step back and do a little bit of an analysis as to what actually happened in the year. Because when you listen to the news, you would think the sky is falling, and that is not the case. Um, but I think it's important because real estate is so hyper local to look at what's happening in your market and then identify uh, opportunities and get the real information so you can make informed decisions. So, Burlington 2025, our average sale price actually fared very, very well. We are kind of, since 2020, 2022 was kooky, we have been very, very flat since, if you take out the craziness there. Um, Sales prices have been very flat. In 2025, we did quite well. Um, if you bought at the peak of 2022 and you need to be selling in 2025, then you probably are going to lose some money on that purchase. And it depends on the property type that you're talking about. But I mean, I think it's probably fair to say if you bought at the very peak and you're selling now, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get all of your money back out. But that is affecting a very, very small segment of the population. Most people that I'm talking to have bought many years ago. And if they had sold at the peak of 2022, would have got more money, but they didn't. So it's an unrealized gain, just like any stock that soars and you don't sell. Um, so 2025, Burlington real estate is doing really well. Um, as you look at what happened here, so this is kind of a bird's eye view tracking the average and the median sale price, and you can see that it has been a fairly boring flat line. The last number of months, there has been a decline, and that may be showing some signs of price correction there. I do not anticipate that it is going to be a major price correction that happens. If anything, I think it's possible people have been sitting at the sidelines long enough. If you need to do something, people are going to do it. Um, and I mean, I do not expect anything like this to happen again, but I do think that it will remain pretty flat. So if you look at the average sale price in December, um, the average sale price was 995,000. Average isn't a great indicator, median's probably better, and it was down in December to 868,000. Keep in mind, we only had 121 transactions. There were 484 properties to choose from, which is 4 months of inventory, which is kind of creeping out of that balanced market into a buyer's market, and it's taking about 48 days to sell. So what that tells me, when there is not a ton of sales and uh, quite a lot of properties to choose from, there is going to start to be some downward pressure on pricing. Now, these are average sale prices against all property types, and that is not fair to maybe detached houses if we're lumping all of the condo sales into it, particularly if there's new construction, bachelor studios. Are you allowed to say that anymore? Um, no bedrooms, or one bedroom, small condo units, that will bring down the average sale price. So if you're thinking of doing something and you want an actual detailed analysis as to what's going on, let me know and I will do the proper research for you. Um, what I do think is interesting to look at, though, is the median sale price throughout the year has been between, like, around that 950, just over a million kind of price point. Um, it was the lowest here, but that, I think we can call that an anomaly, one, especially because it's December. And then if you look at the median sale price in 2024, you can see that it is just as flat. And that's how you want real estate to be, is just boring and flat. Um, if you really want to drill down, our number of sales were up 7%. Um, Average sale price was down 1%, taking about 20% longer to sell. Um, this, I think, could be interesting to watch for. And I think that suggests something about buyers' confidence, and I think it is tied into geopolitical and trade partner disputes. Um, and then as you break it down, we can see detached homes. There was only 3.1 months of inventory in detached homes, which is balanced to seller, really a balanced market there. Our average sale price was 1.259, taking about 45 days to sell. The average sale price of a townhouse was 791,000, and the average sale price of a condo was 687,000. Quite a bit more condo activity, and it's taking quite a bit longer for that to sell. But that's a decent number of condo sales, actually. I just did Oakville's update, and there was only 19 condo sales, so 25 is pretty good. Um, December is always slow, so I like this slide because it tells me what's been going on in the last 4 months, and this is for just detached homes, fewer sales. They were dropping off in November. But the average sale price has kind of held on. So September, the average sale price was 1.293, and December was 1.259. So really not a huge discrepancy there. It was lower in October, jumped up in November, as it will. So, I mean, that's pretty flat. That's good. And then if you look at the townhouses, same story. Prices are holding on. They were a little bit higher in September, but have been pretty consistent in October and November. And same kind of story with condos. I'm actually quite impressed with Burlington condo sales, which I think is something is a real bright spot in the real estate market. If you have particular questions about what's going on in a certain segment, or you want to talk about opportunities in today's market, do not hesitate to reach out. I am happy to go through all of this as it pertains to you anytime. I'll check back in next month.